What's good? Dr. Medic here. This isn't really the type of content I tend to make. I usually upload exceptionally long videos once a month or every other month, though sometimes I just feel like weighing in with my opinion on the current subject floating around the TF2 community, because I can, goddammit. Even if I wasn't invited to the party, it's my echo chamber, I can do what I want. Recently, free-to-play players were unmuted, as I'm sure you already heard, mostly anyway. It seems at least that the party chat and voice command restriction was lifted. There seems to be an issue with some accounts not being able to use the voice chat or in-game chat, but it seems that those who have an email for the Steam Authenticator and a phone number attached to the profile can use it. Regardless of the specifics, it's a win. And these changes have gotten the community absolutely riled up, especially after the petition. First, the community asked for better items to get added after the disaster that was the Winter 2021 case. And for all intents and purposes, it seems to have happened as the quality has seemed to have gotten better since then. I mean, go back and look at the old cases and tell me what you think. Then there was the hashtag FixTF2 movement asking for Valve to deal with the bots, which while it may have not been directly because of the movement, did help in aiding the awareness until the bot crisis was resolved in June of 2024 and has still been for the last 10 months. Now there's this, a really crappy restriction getting lifted after 5 years of doing nothing because people got together and created another petition. They came together as a community and said this is BS. The community is feeling really good right now. When we ask for improvements, Valve, while slow, because it's Valve, I mean, come on, has seemed to listen to us, so of course, this has sparked a lot of discussion as it seems like it's the best time to do so. Maybe something can come out of it. The current one circulating around is, of course, the Quickplay versus Casual debate, which has been around since basically 2016-2017. In the official Unmute free-to-play server, which I definitely recommend you check out if you haven't already, there's actually a good bit of discussion, and I mean good bit of discussion about this whole situation. And it kind of goes more in depth. It's not just about whether Quickplay should be brought back as a whole, but it's more about the specifics of it. Should it be fully reverted, like some people believe? Should it be partially reverted? Should just features from Quickplay be added to Casual, or should Casual remain as is? That's the hot button topic as of now. So should we bring back Quickplay and its features? My honest answer is going to piss a lot of people off if you're asking me, because it's a bit of a fence-sitter answer. It's yes and no. It's mostly yes. I do feel strongly about some aspects, so we'll dive into that individually later. But whether we should uproot Casual as a whole and replace it with the old Quickplay system, it's a tough question, despite what many people may think. In general, I do believe a lot of features of TF2 that were prevalent during the Quickplay era and still exist on community servers were just superior. But the issue with the Bring Back Quickplay movement is that there isn't one cohesive petition for how the situation should be handled. I know some people want the entire thing reverted, but there's also a lot of people who just want features from Quickplay to be added to Casual, as that's what they're used to now, and that's what's been in the game for 8 years. And then of course you have the people who want Casual to stay as it is. Many of the features of Quickplay were better, but does that mean we should get rid of Casual? I don't think it would be the worst idea. Casual was forced upon us during the Meet Your Match update, and I believe people could adjust. But the Casual versus Quickplay debate has basically become political at this point. I'm so serious. People don't like one or the other out of spite purely, and that's why I think a compromise may be necessary. And there are some good things about Casual that probably should go away and would go away if the Quickplay system as a whole was brought back. I don't blame you for planting your flag on one side or the other, but keeping the familiarity of Casual while bringing back the good Quickplay has is the best of both worlds. And I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, you just want Quickplay, but with the name Casual. I guess to an extent, I think of it more like just mashing the two ideas together, bringing what made both work. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of naysayers who disagree with me one way or the other, regardless of your stance. We need to start discussing the specifics. That way we can start actually moving towards a better system. Because right now, it's kind of like a classroom of children, in this case TF2 players, shouting about what they want. That sounded bad. I don't mean to insult the TF2 player base. That's not what I'm here to do. However, what we really should do is start discussing those specifics instead of just shouting, I want Quickplay, I want Quickplay features, I want this, I want that. In my opinion, leaving Casual as is the wrong choice, but completely ridding it altogether is likely to do more harm than good, despite what some people may think. I think the community as a whole should truly advocate for the inclusion of positive features from both. I think that will make the most people happy, especially seeing that there is a bit of a stigma around the whole Quickplay movement. I'm not going to get into that because personally I don't see it, but I know that there is. So to keep both sides happy, we should keep the basic Casual, but the XP and the map select screen and all that kind of stuff, while bringing from Quickplay what worked. Both sides would be happy with these improvements. new players and old, getting good from Quickplay without going full scorchers and dismantling everything. With that being said, what do we actually want from Quickplay? I think it's safe to say what most people want, the first four especially: vote scramble, auto scramble, choosing teams, and map votes during the game. Because, I mean, how many times have you joined a game where the game's literally over and you're on the map vote screen where everybody's just leaving and then it struggles to fill the next match? It wouldn't struggle to fill matches as much if matches never disbanded altogether. That's why I think this whole map vote during the game thing is a necessity. That way people aren't just leaving because it's faster to requeue than waiting for the next match to start. And then for most people, I believe a lot of people would agree with this, is getting rid of the best of 3 system. It's terrible. It kind of goes back to what I was saying, where you get into matches that are basically already over or literally over. That's why I think the 45-minute map timer, or at least the best of 5, would be significantly better. Personally, why I only play 5 CP almost exclusively, and then occasionally attack defend, and occasionally payload. But it's stuff like King of the Hill, it goes over so fast, and then everybody leaves, and then you gotta requeue. Unless you want to get into a half-empty server because everybody left, which wouldn't happen if there was the ability to map vote during game. Okay, I'm going on a tangent, I'm sorry. This video isn't completely scripted, I tend to do that a lot. Back on topic, we should rally together and try to figure out what we want specifically. What features do we want from Quickplay to come back? That way we can start working towards that and start actually advocating as an entire group. If a lot of people say what they want and it's similar, we might just get what we want. That's the hope anyway. This video was thrown together a little bit haphazardly, I won't lie to you. You can probably tell it's a little bit different than my normal videos. But that's just because I wanted to get a little bit of the buzz going and hopefully help kickstart the conversation for some people. Whether it gets 35 views or 3,500 views or anywhere in between, doesn't really matter. It's just important that we start talking about it. We do need to actually talk about specifics. That is extremely important. Because you remember what happened with the Save TF2 movement versus the Fix TF2 movement, where now it went from being Save TF2 to fix specifically the bot crisis. That's what works. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this mess. I got more normal videos coming out soon, so stick around and I'll see you later.